Good morning, girls. In the last lecture of Oracle, we started a new chapter, Introduction to PLSQL. The full form of PLSQL is Procedural Language Structure Query Language. We have also learned the difference between SQL and PLSQL. Let us see one more time. Here SQL stands for Structure Query Language, as I told you, and PLSQL is mainly for procedural language, right? SQL is utilized for performing DDL or DML queries at a time. Single query we can perform, whereas PLSQL is a block of code embedded with SQL statement, which is used to add your logic in your business programming. SQL is called as declarative language, used to define what needs to be done, whereas PLSQL is called as procedural language, which is used to define how the thing should be done. SQL statements executes as a single statement, whereas PLSQL executes in the form of whole block. The main use of SQL statement is to process and manipulate the data. The SQL statements are mainly used for reporting purpose, whereas PLSQL statements are used to perform the transaction to the database. PLSQL is mainly used for building an application logic. Here, in case of SQL, it can directly interact with database server, whereas no interaction between database server by PLSQL. User can add SQL into PLSQL, but vice versa is not possible. Means user cannot add PLSQL statements in SQL statements. So these are the main difference between SQL and PLSQL. We had gone through the block structure of PLSQL and done two examples also. Let me show you the structure. Yes, this is our structure: header part, declaration part, exception portion, right? Mainly it is made up of 4 sections. I repeat: header, declaration, executable part, and exception handling. Out of this 4, only one section is compulsory, that is executable section, right? Other three means heading, declaration, and exception handling are exceptional sections. If you want to define a block with name, then only you have to add header section. Second, declaration section is required if you want to declare a variable, cursor, or subprogram in your current block, right? In the executable commands, we can write in executable section with the keywords begin and end. The section starts with the keyword begin and it ends with the keyword end, and this is mandatory part of your anonymous block. Anonymous means no name block. Okay. The 4th section is exception section. This section is optional, and this section begin with the keyword exception. It contains the exception that handles the error in your program, right? Up to this point we learned in the previous section. Today we are going to start PLSQL identifiers. Let us see what is the meaning of identifiers. PLSQL identifiers are constants, variables, exception, procedures, cursor, and reserve words. The identifier consists of a letter optionally followed by more letters, numerals, $sign, underscore, and number signs, and should not exceed 30 characters, right? The length, maximum length we can define for identifier is not exceed than 30 characters. By default, identifiers are not case sensitive. See, I repeat this line: identifiers are not case sensitive, especially in Oracle. In PLSQL, So you can use integer or integer to represent a numeric value. Either you can write integer in small letters, even you can write in capital, or even you can make the combination both the letters, right? It doesn't make any difference. You cannot use a reserve keyword as an identifier. Now next is PLSQL delimiters. A delimiter is a symbol with a spatial meaning. Whatever symbols you find on your keyboard, they all symbols are known as delimiters, and they all have a spatial meaning. The spatial meanings are described in this table. You can see the table. Let us see which delimiters we have: plus, minus, multiplication and division, right? We are very well aware of all the symbols. Then percentage sign is attribute indicator. It indicates the attribute. Later on we will learn the symbol. Then character string delimiter, as we enclose our string or varchar filled in this symbol, right? Character string delimiter. Then component selector, dot is a component selector. Then expression or list delimiter, if you want to separate two parameters from each other, then you can go with this symbol, comma symbol. Colon symbol is a host variable indicator. Then again comma, this is called item separator, and double quotation mark, quoted identifier delimiter. Equals to symbol is relational operator. At the rate, remote access indicator. Semicolon, statement terminator. Then equals to symbol or assignment symbol. This is a combination of two different symbols, colon and equals to, without space in between. Then we can see the association operator, equals to and greater than sign. Then for the concatenation, you can use pipe sign, which is available on your keyboard. Then exponential operator means double asterisk sign. Then label delimiter, if you want to specify the name of label like begin and end, you can specify with the help of these symbols: double less than sign, double greater than sign. Multi-line comment delimiter, for that we can use slash asterisk for beginning, and for ending our comment we can use asterisk slash. If you want to place a single line comment in your block, for that you can use dash dash. Okay, this is called single line comment indicator. Then range operator, double dots are used for range operator. Relational operators are less than, greater than, less or equal to, greater or equal to, right? These are the relational operators. Then different version of not and equal, these all are known as not equals to symbol. Okay, and this one is for equal to. Now how you can give a comment in your PLSQL block? Let us learn through one example. Here, program comments are explanatory statements that can be included in the PLSQL code that you write and helps anyone reading its source code. All programming languages allow some form of comments, as you have already learned in your C and C++ subject, in PHP also, right? The PLSQL support a single line as well as multi-line comments. All characters available inside any comment are ignored by the PLSQL compiler. The PLSQL single line comments start with the delimiter dash dash, or we can say double hyphen, and multi-line comments are enclosed by slash asterisk and asterisk slash for ending the comment. Here you can see the snippet of one example. We want to give a one comment. Let we execute this code in our SQL window. For that, open SQL window. by giving Scott and Tiger. As I told you in yesterday's lecture, to set one environment variable, if you remember, that is set server output on. We must switch on this environment variable on in on position. Okay, then only we will be able to see the output on our screen. So let us begin with the declaration section. Here we will continue with the previous example number 2. This is our example number 3. Here I want to give a comment in declaration section. Declare, right? Then my comment is 2 hyphens I can use for single line comments. This is a comment line. Okay, no need to terminate it. If you want to terminate, you can, otherwise no need to terminate it with semicolon. Now declare your variable. On the third line, name of the variable is message, the data type of this variable is varchar2, and the length is 20, right? Now I want to assign a value to this variable, that is hello world. For that I'll use colon equals to symbol for assignment. Now I want to assign a varchar, I mean string, to this variable. So we should always enclose our string in single quotation mark like this. Then you can write your message, hello world. Our string is over, and for the termination I will do semicolon. Fine. Now next section is begin. This is our declarative part. Here again I want to give a comment. Okay, multi-line comment I want to apply. So for that I will do slash and asterisk as we have seen in that table. Comment section begin. You can use multiple line for comments. So this is my symbol on line number 5, and my comment will go on line number 6. PL/SQL comment lines. There will be no effect of this line when we will execute our code, right? Now ending of comment section, asterisk symbol and slash. Now I want to print the message. For that I will write dbms output dot put line okay, dbms underscore output dot put line. As I explained you in the previous lecture, if you want to print a message on your editor window, you can take the help of this line, dbms output dot put line, and whatever you want to print on the screen, you can enclose that static string, or else you can pass the name of variable in the pair of parentheses. Depends. If you are passing the static string, you must enclose that string in single quotation mark, and if you want to print the message through any variable, then no need to enclose that variable's name in single quotation mark. Otherwise you will get the name of that variable as a result on the screen. Here message is a name of variable, so no need to do single quotation mark. Okay, now end of this section, declarative section, end of our executable section, and then for the execution of this block I will do slash and press enter, right? Here you can see the output. If you observe the thing, the commented lines are disappeared from the result, right? The multi-line comment I have given on line number 5, 6 and 7, this is also vanish. It doesn't show when you execute your block. So wherever required and whenever required, as per your requirement, you can either use single line comment. You can observe the line number 2, this is called single line comment, right? As well as per requirement, you can place multi-line comment in your code, in PLSQL code, which is not possible in plain SQL, right? If you go with the PLSQL, then only you'll be able to pass the comment in the form of single line, or else you can give multi-line comments, or else you can use both type of comments in your single program. So this is all about the comments, right? Let's see. When the above code is executed at the SQL prompt, it produces the following result, as we have already done, right? Hello world and PLSQL procedure successfully completed. We also got the same message, PLSQL procedure successfully completed. Okay, this asterisk symbol is not required over here. Now let me show you one more example of same type. Here I will copy this portion over here. Okay, then our multi-line comment begin. This is an example of multi-line comments. Okay, end of comment will print the message, same message. Here it is. So what is the difference between these two examples? And here I have given a single line between the symbol, right? And in the next program you can observe the line number 5, 6, 7, 8. Here I have given multi-line comments. My comments are running on 2 lines, line number 6 and 7. Both the lines are omitted at the time of execution. We got the same output as we got in previous program, right? That's it. This is all about the comments. Okay, in the next session we will discuss the PLSQL data types. Till then, thank you.